Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another what I eat in a day video. I'm so sorry it's taken so long since my last video. Life has been lifing. Honestly, we are just covered. The house is covered with boxes, with building materials, with tiles, with floorboards, with wood. It's just, honestly, we are kind of living in chaos at the moment. The last time I updated you guys was the week that the wood burner was meant to have been fitted. That got pushed back, it got delayed, as these things do. And in the meantime, Andrew and I tiled our own fireplace, which is crazy because apart from the bathroom herringbone, which we're still in the process of doing, we've never tiled before. So with a friend of ours, we were tiling. I mean, Andrew and I did the fireplace by ourselves, but the bathroom, the herringbone, which is a bit more specialist, we did get some help. But we're so proud of it. It looks so great, and I'm really pleased. And fingers crossed this will go ahead. The wood burner is getting fitted on Friday, and today's Wednesday, so not long to go, and I'm so excited. I'm so ready for it. I kind of feel like I've been robbed of my favourite October month because I've not really wanted to decorate the house. I put a few spooky decorations around and a couple of pumpkins and stuff, but normally everything is centered around the fireplace, like the garlands and the pumpkins, and I've just felt a bit uninspired, so it's kind of gone by the wayside. So I'm just really ready for things to kind of be done now and for the bathroom renovation to be done. We're still in the thick of it. It's still going, and I don't anticipate us to be done until well into November. But anyway, that is why the videos have been a bit more few and far between, and also the reason why I sound incredibly run down. You can hear it in my voice. I've got a full-blown cold, which is typical for this time of year, and I've just been generally very run down and under the weather, but I'm back today, which is the most important thing, with what I eat. And again, living for the autumn months, loving cooking, loving baking. In fact, speaking of baking, I made some pumpkin white chocolate cupcakes, not cupcakes, sorry, cookies the other day. So I will definitely show you those later and have one with a coffee. But this morning was pretty basic. I got up, I had a coffee and a banana, nothing too exciting to report. And I'm thinking for lunch about having a grilled cheese sandwich. There's just something about that today that calls out to me. I'm cold, I'm run down, and I want something a bit more substantial than just an omelette or some soup. So I'm going to have a grilled cheese sandwich, which I am well excited for. And then tonight I'm thinking about whipping up some kind of either pasta dish or a curry. It has to be one of the two. I think most likely a curry, which I'm very excited about because I'm already thinking about it. And in fact, I'm going to slow roast some garlic and maybe even slow roast some chicken early to kind of pop into the sauce to infuse it all and just invest more flavour, because I don't have a ton of time today. Anyway, I'll quickly show you my outfit. These jeans are a new find. I absolutely love them. They are Levi's and they have the tie waist, and I've just been really enjoying wearing these. They're really baggy, they're really skater-esque, and I just really like them. And again, I love this tie detail. I'm just wearing it with a white pointel top from Topshop with this really lovely lace trim. It's actually long sleeved, which I like as well. And then just this olive, very comfy green cardigan that I've kind of been living in most of the time recently, but it's just a really nice autumnal outfit, very cozy. Hair is massive. No nail polish today, although I do plan to paint my nails in a moment because they're looking a little bit bare. And a bit of concealer today, just because again I feel so run down. I've kind of had a couple of breakouts, which is very typical when I start to feel not myself. So I definitely feel like this weekend, a rest weekend, is needed. I know it's probably not going to be possible because I have a lot to do, but my plan is to try and rest as much as possible. Anyway, give it a thumbs up, hope you enjoy it, and let's get on with the day. Time for lunch. I have just popped some chicken in the oven for later, some thighs. I'm going to use a mixture of thighs and skinless chicken breast for the chicken, for the curry, sorry. And I've also slow roasted some garlic, so that is sat here. But now it's time for lunch, and I have, as I mentioned, I'm going to do a grilled cheese sandwich because I fancy it. So I have two combinations of cheeses here. I have Gruyere, which is one of my favourites, and I also have mature, lighter cheddar. I would say in this tin there is about, or in this bowl, sorry, there's about 40 grams, which is about 3 points-ish. But that is if you were just tracking points of lighter. So weigh out your cheese, guys. Cheese is one thing that I did actually track. I don't have the packaging right now to check it because I put it away. What I can track for you more accurately is the bread. So this is the bread that I'm using. I don't think it's massive in point value, but there are definitely more point value friendly breads that you can buy, like the sandwich thins, things like that, but these are only 6 points for 2 slices, which I think is perfectly reasonable. So I'm gonna have 2 of these. Again, I'm not tracking, I'm just trying to give you a rough sort of guide as to what you can expect if you were to have similar dishes to myself. But as you guys will know, if you've been following me for a while, I had grilled cheese sandwiches a lot on the WW plan, and I just implemented them into my points, and it's just such a nice treat, especially on cold, dark autumn days like this. There is nothing better than a grilled cheese sandwich or a soup, but I've been having a lot of soup recently. I'm using some lighter Lurpak. Now, normally in a grilled cheese sandwich, you would coat all of the slices in butter on both sides. I'm not going to do that. I am going to do the one that hits the pan on the outside because I do like it to caramelize slightly. But other than that, I am literally just going to do one more side for the inside. So I'm not going to double up on the inside. So that's 3 slices, not 4. I'm also going to use some beef braised caramelized red onion chutney. This just gives a nice bit of flavour. Sometimes I use harissa, sometimes I use HP, sometimes I don't use anything, but for today I'm feeling like a bit of caramelized onion is going to really hit the spot. I'm just going to have like a heaped teaspoon's worth. I'm going to pop that straight on, and then I'm going to get the lid of my butter facing up. And then when that's had a few moments to start melting, I'll push it down with a spatula. It's a few hours later now, and that cheese sandwich was so good, but I fancy something sweet. And a couple of nights ago I made these pumpkin spice and white chocolate cookies. I can't point these, guys, because I honestly don't know, but basically they are bright orange cookie with white chocolate chips, and they have like pumpkin puree in them. I did a pumpkin spice blend as well, and they are absolutely delicious. I think they would have been better with caramelized white chocolate. I think that would have added to the depth, but so nice. So I'm gonna have half of one of those because they are quite big with just a Coke Zero, because I want a hot chocolate later. So yeah, I'm gonna have a treat. I've always been a big advocate for having a bit of a treat, but yeah, can't wait to eat these. Okay, so I'm gonna make a head start on dinner. So I'm actually making quite a large curry because I want to freeze some, and we also have a friend over for dinner tonight. So I have a combination of chicken here. I have some cooked roasted thighs. I'm going to be using the stock to make the rice as well, which is going to taste delicious. They've just been seasoned with salt and pepper. I also have some skinless chicken breast here and a little bit of thigh as well. I have some tikka masala paste, some fresh spinach, whatever veg I have lying in the fridge, that is what I will use. So I have a pepper here, some tomato puree, some lighter coconut milk, a bit of curry powder. I have a tikka tandoori spice blend that I've just made up, and I have this just sat in a jar in my cupboard. I have some ginger, that lovely roasted garlic that I prepared earlier that is going to be so aromatic and sweet, and I also have a courgette as well. So the base of this is going to be an onion, which I haven't got out yet. So I'm going to chop my onion and get that caramelizing. Then I'll add my chicken, followed by, you guys have seen me make a curry before, but followed by the stock, the cream, the spices. The stock that I'm going to be using is chicken stock also, if I haven't mentioned that, and of course I'll use olive oil as well. But yeah, very simple, but because I've done a lot of the prep in terms of roasting this chicken, that's going to infuse a lot of flavour, and so this garlic is going to impart a lot of flavour as well. So even a very simple curry that's going to take, I don't know, 40 minutes max to make is going to taste like I've been stewing over it all day. Also, I forgot to mention, I'll be using some fresh coriander. So I've decided to pour the stock and the chicken oil, the roast chicken oil, from the tray into my cast iron, and that's what I'm going to use to cook and brown these onions in. So obviously they're going to get a ton of flavour from all of that gorgeous golden chicken skin. And yeah, I'm just going to chop these quite coarsely because I'm partial to a bit of onion, so I don't really care if they're bigger. But if the kids were having this, I would definitely chop these much finer. Chicken is in, and that is bubbling away nicely. I'm just going to season generously with salt and pepper before adding my spice mix, my paste, and my tomato puree, which is already, my little spice blend is here, so I'm just going to pop that in, followed by, where is it? My tandoori paste. Buying the paste ready made is so much easier than making it yourself. Like, I don't mind doing spice blends, but honestly pastes, you have to get the blender out, which is fine, except, you know, it does take additional time. But you can do the paste from scratch and then freeze it for future curries. But this is already smelling so incredible, and we have not even added the coconut milk, the tomato, the coriander. So many rich and beautiful flavours are still to come, and already this is smelling like absolute heaven. Tomato is added, so now I'm going to add my stock before I add the coconut milk, the spinach and coriander, and then I'm going to let it simmer for about an hour on a low heat. I'm going to add half of this tin of coconut milk and see how I get on. If I feel I need more, I will add it, but generally half is the sweet spot for me. And now the spinach, which will wilt. This looks like a lot, but honestly, this will barely make a handful. And I'm also going to chop some coriander. And I do actually quite like coriander to be chunky. I don't like it mega fine where it just disappears. So the heat's going down, and we're going to let this simmer with the lid on but ajar for about 40 minutes. Curry was chef's kiss. It was so good. Exciting. The wood burner's installed. I am so chuffed with it. And it's just made my Friday even better. So anyway, I'm gonna go because my battery's flashing, and plus I just wanted to end the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next one, which hopefully won't be too long away, and I will see you very soon.